Hi there. This morning I wanted to talk about self-discipline. We've been talking a lot about guarding our minds, with wisdom. We've been talking a lot about things that basically, fitness tips basically that will help us strengthen our resolve and help us understand why it's important for us to guard our mind and how we can go about guarding our mind. And so today I wanted to talk about self-discipline. Someone once described self-discipline as, the ability to persist regardless of our emotional state of mind. And essentially, the way I look at it, our mind, just like our body, is something that we can condition through self-discipline. A person who is going through a physical fitness plan or a physical fitness program cannot succeed regardless of what they do if there's no consistency and if they're not persistent. And the only way to do that is to be self-disciplined. When you see that meal that you always love to eat and it's not part of your plan, you have to be self-disciplined enough to overlook it, to ignore it, and to walk away from it. When you see certain things, when you wake up and you don't feel like walking out or don't feel like doing what you need to do for that day to stay on your plan, you have to be self-disciplined enough to continue regardless of how you're feeling. And so ultimately, because we're talking about guarding our mind, that is something that we definitely need to apply self-discipline to, because the world that we live in today is surrounded by so many distractions. There's so many things that can distract you from whatever course you set on in life. I have my own personal experiences of how I was driven at a certain point in my life, and then I got distracted by so many different things that life had to offer. And so I'm here today, and I'm trying to get back on track, and I'm trying to stay focused, and I'm trying to stay disciplined. But nobody can do it for me, just like nobody can do it for you. You have to be able to stand up and talk to yourself, talk to your mind, because whether you like to think, whether you like to believe it or not, you listen to yourself just the same way you listen to people. If there's certain things, certain parts that you've been on and you found yourself getting distracted or you lost your focus, you lost your drive for whatever reason, you need to talk to yourself, And I mean orally. I don't mean just talking to yourself in your head. I'm talking orally. Write down what it is that the path you set out on, and talk to yourself constantly about it. Read it to yourself. There's nothing wrong with talking to yourself. If other people can talk to you and you listen to them consciously or unconsciously, then you can talk to yourself and itself will listen. So it's something that you ultimately need to persistently work on. A wise man, a great thinker, Horace, once said that you rule your mind or it will rule you, and that's the truth. If you don't rule your mind, if you don't condition your own mind, your mind is going to rule you, because like I said in one of my earlier blogs, the things that we experience in life, the people that we come across, the encounters that we have, the experiences that we've had, all make up who we are based on how we filter them and process them consciously, subconsciously, or even unconsciously sometimes. I mean, you've heard stories of people hearing things or seeing things or being aware of their environment when they were in a coma, So the things that we experience, all of those things condition our mind if we allow them to. Likewise, you can rule your own mind so that it doesn't rule you. So you can speak to your mind, and you can consciously make a conscious decision to discipline your mind. Just like an athlete who consistently goes to, work out and train and do certain things in order to be prepared for whatever sport they are in, what they are doing is through the act of self-discipline, through the act of persistently, continuously exercising their muscles, they are conditioning their muscles to be stronger and stronger. The same way you can condition your mind, because your mind really is within your control. It's something that you can control, and you can strengthen your mind by conditioning your mind consistently. And the only way to be consistent with doing that is by exercising self-discipline. Another great man, Vince Lombardo, he said, the good Lord gave you a body that can withstand almost anything. It is your mind that you need to convince. So friends, as always, I really want you to be conscious of the fact that your mind, is subject to so many different influences in life. And so you have to take control of it so that you don't get misled, so that you don't get, so that your mind doesn't get taken over by the media, by the people around you, by exploiters, by charlatans. You have to control your mind, not allow your mind to control you, and not just think that you control your mind just because you do certain things that you want to do. No, you have to make a conscious decision to own your mind. And when you do that, then you start to find ways that you can condition and train your mind to be as strong as you want your mind to. Because ultimately, you are a product of what you house, what is kept up in here. You're a product of how your mind functions, what your mind believes, what your mind thinks. A man is what he thinks. And all of that is seated in your mind. Again, I love you guys. Have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.